What do you think about menswear inspired fashions? Well, today I'm going to share some tips to help you wear those menswear inspired fashions, but still look oh so feminine. Hello, I'm so glad you made your way here today. It's a good day to talk a little fashion. And today's video is sponsored by Lily Silk, one of my favorite brands to work with because their clothes are so yummy. I just love them. I'll tell you a little bit more about them in just a minute, but first let me make sure you know where you are. We are at Dress for My Day, and my name is Kay. And my goal here really is to inspire women 50 and above to get dressed for our day beautifully, uniquely, and in a way that feels authentic to you and that fits your lifestyle and that makes you feel oh so good and confident. And so today we're going to explore one of the trends right now, and that is menswear inspired fashions. And you know, we don't have to wear all the trends, so if you don't want to wear anything menswear inspired, you absolutely do not have to. But my bet is that you probably are already wearing some menswear inspired pieces, and maybe you just haven't thought about it. So let's talk about that. But first, let me share with you a little bit about our sponsor, because they were so gracious to sponsor today's video and share some of their lovely pieces with me. Lily Silk is just a stellar brand when it comes to all those things that are luxurious, like silk, of course, but also cashmere. They just use the finest quality of both silk and cashmere in their products, and they have really developed, they're just like constantly developing their silk, and they really are leaders in the industry. They create beautiful silk items of all kinds. Lily Silk is environmentally conscious. Their silk is sourced from mulberry trees, which requires less water than growing cotton and producing cotton. And not all silk is created equal, you know. They use only 100% natural premium materials like mulberry silk and Mongolian cashmere. They go to great lengths to keep all their products clean and toxin-free. I love the fact that Lily Silk is really doing all the things that they can do to be respectful of the environment. They use packaging that is all recyclable or reusable, and everything is just professionally done. When I receive my packages, they're just always so beautiful. In fact, when I was receiving my packages and I was unwrapping them, I thought, you know what, I'm going to buy my daughter some wedding presents from Lily Silk, because I know that they will arrive as though I had wrapped them myself. In fact, even this beautiful blazer that I'm wearing is from Lily Silk, and when it arrived, I steamed it, but I didn't even have to. It just comes packaged so beautifully and so exquisitely. So I hope you'll check out Lily Silk's website, and I have a code here so that you can get a percentage off of your purchase. And even if they're already having a sale, you can use my code to get an additional percentage off of your purchase. And you want to be sure to shop through the link below so that you can use that code easily. So be sure to check out the items that I'm showing you today, but also just check out all the other things they have in silk and in cashmere, and even beautiful things like this blazer that it's a beautiful polyester blend on the outside, but it is silk lining on the inside, pure silk lining on the inside. This is an amazing blazer. I'll tell you more about it in a minute. Let's get going now on talking about menswear inspired fashions. Let's think about some of those items that are menswear inspired, as some of these may already be in your closet. Of course, button-up shirts really are a menswear inspired fashion item that we've been wearing for years. And I have one now from Lily Silk. This 100% silk shirt, button-up shirt, is absolutely luxurious. They have several to choose from, but I chose a navy and white pinstriped shirt. I think it is so, first of all, that pinstriping, that's very menswear inspired, isn't it? But it's just so luxurious. So if you wear it with just a pair of jeans or a pair of your tailored trousers, it's going to still look really elegant and feminine, right? Now, another great thing, of course, that is really trending right now that is very menswear inspired is the shirt dress. So we've just lengthened that button-up shirt that your husband wears to work and made a dress out of it that is really trending right now. And Lily Silk does have one of those as well. It's a luxurious, once again, pinstripe. This is a brown stripe on the ivory shirt dress, and you could button it up or you can leave it flowing. It completely buttons up, this dress does. So it has long sleeves that also button. You could ruche them up a little bit or you can wear them straight. So those button-up shirts are definitely a menswear inspired fashion, but also, of course, blazers are, as well as other jackets that most of us wear, like that denim boyfriend jacket or a bomber jacket. Of course, also a utility jacket really is kind of a menswear inspired piece. My blazer from Lily Silk, like I said, is just absolutely out of this world, and these buttons, these gold buttons, all this gold trim is really trending right now. This particular blazer is a slim fit blazer, so that is actually one of my tips for wearing menswear inspired fashion, is to, even though you're wearing something that's menswear inspired, it's supposed to kind of have that look that maybe you pulled it from your husband's closet, you still want the garment to fit you correctly. Now, I did size up to a large in the blazer, as I often do. I was following their guidelines and I went for a large that seemed to fit my measurements better, and it fits beautifully in the arms and in the waist, just everywhere. So getting a garment that fits you correctly is definitely one of the keys to wearing menswear inspired fashions, but still looking oh so feminine. Another menswear inspired fashion that you may already have in your closet, because I sure was, singing their praises back in the fall and even in the summer, and that is vest. So if you have a button-up vest in your closet, your wardrobe, that is actually, of course, a menswear inspired item, and I love the ones I have. I've got a couple of them at this point, a light blue one and this kind of a beige or ecru colored one. And really, I love wearing those, but they are menswear inspired. Another menswear inspired item that you might have in your closet are some tailored shoes. So shoes like, of course, loafers or Oxfords, those shoes that maybe are lace-up shoes. I have some lace-up boots in my closet, but also maybe your spectator type pumps or these Edison flats that I'm wearing here. They are actually menswear inspired too. Just that tailored detailing on your shoes really is a menswear inspired detail. And really, of course, right now, one of the things that's really trending are these retro sneakers. And in fact, some retailers will even call them dad sneakers. So by that, we mean they are kind of chunky, right? They do have kind of a masculine appeal to them. And so once again, that's that menswear inspiration. All right, so those are kind of the pieces. Let's talk about how to wear them so that you still look and feel feminine. Like I mentioned, of course, fit is so important. Fit is important on everything all the time, but especially when you're wearing a menswear inspired piece, even if it's an oversized button-up shirt, you still want it to fit you correctly. Like there's a fine line between oversized and just outsized, okay? So even that oversized shirt, you want to make sure that you wear it in a way that makes it look like it's yours and it fits you. So fit is important. Another thing to make sure that you're doing when you're wearing menswear inspired fashions is to choose your fabric carefully in your overall outfit. And that's one of the reasons why I chose this shirt dress and this button-up shirt from Lily Silk, is because they're silk. And I thought, if I'm gonna do anything menswear inspired, I would rather wear it in a beautiful fabric like silk, or something maybe gauzy like chiffon. Or of course, another great fabric to mix into your outfit if you're wearing menswear inspired pieces would be cashmere. Just those soft, very feminine flowing fabrics are going to help balance out your outfit so that you look and feel more feminine. My next tip is to limit the number of menswear inspired choices you make in any single outfit. So I might wear 2 pieces that are kind of menswear inspired. I mean, here I'm wearing a blazer, but I'm also wearing those retro sneakers that we just said are kind of menswear inspired. So that's 2 pieces right there that are inspired by menswear. So I wouldn't go too much further than that. In fact, I think it's really nice to really sometimes only use one piece, one garment or one accessory that is menswear inspired. Another piece that we might not think about being menswear inspired because we've been wearing it for so long are belts. You think about it. I mean, really, belts were originally created to hold up men's trousers, and then women would add them to their dresses and skirts. But belts really do have that menswear effect to them also. So when you're combining these things in your outfit, you want to be aware of that. My next tip is to keep the colors of your outfit either A, feminine, or B, soft and toned back. So for instance, you might want to wear something menswear and then throw in a pretty soft pink or yellow or orange, or just a color that is really more associated with femininity. And then you can do that, of course, too, with vibrant colors. It doesn't have to be soft colors. They could be a bright splash of orange or pink or red or yellow. But when we add some colors, whether they be soft or they be bright, to our outfit, that really helps to balance out those menswear inspired touches. Now, if you don't want to wear a lot of color and you're wearing more neutrals, then maybe just add some softness to the overall color palette of your outfit. So even if you're wearing black, then maybe add in a little bit of ivory or a little bit of beige. But a great way to wear a menswear inspired outfit really is to just wear it in soft colors, like I've done here with this shirt dress. Of course, the color of the dress is very soft. It's got that ivory with just a really small brown stripe in it. And I've worn hose here. Of course, I have on a slip underneath this dress. That's another feminine touch that's very important. And I've worn some heels. So those feminine accessories like some heels and some pearl earrings that I've worn here. I've worn a very, my gold necklace that I have on today, it's all chains and everything, but I wore some pearl earrings here, just adding some feminine touches. But really the overall coloring of this outfit is very soft, very subdued, very feminine. Now, I've already mentioned this, but the next tip is to intentionally add some very feminine jewelry or other accessories. So maybe if you're wearing menswear inspired shoes, like I'm doing here with these Edison flats, for instance, then I'd want to carry maybe a pretty structured feminine handbag with that outfit, or add some pretty feminine jewelry to it. Another tip, of course, is to choose your footwear carefully when you're wearing menswear inspired pieces. So that's why I think I love the juxtaposition of wearing a blazer with pumps, because those pumps are obviously very feminine, but that blazer has that masculine touch. I just think it's just such a beautiful head to toe look. But when you're wearing those menswear inspired shoes, I'm all for those too. I love my Edison flats, love my retro trainers. You just want to balance that out a little bit. And I think one of the things I like to do when I want to wear those menswear inspired shoes is just make sure that there are feminine touches other places in the outfit. So for instance, here I have worn that little scarf, a little pretty feminine floral scarf, but keeping that outfit just a little bit feminine with just that one little accessory. Adding a feminine piece, a really feminine garment to a masculine inspired piece is also really smart. For instance, here I have worn one of those vests that I mentioned earlier, and I'm wearing it over a t-shirt even, so that's also a little masculine looking, right? But I'm wearing it with that pleated skirt and those Edison flats. So those are several menswear inspired pieces there, but I think it balances out when you add a feature. You feature a decidedly feminine piece like this skirt. So those are my tips for wearing menswear inspired fashion so that you still look and feel very feminine. I hope you enjoyed those tips, and I'd love to hear what you think about them. Now, don't forget to visit Lily Silk though and check out this beautiful blazer, the other pieces that I've shown you today, that pillowcase, and really just look at their website and see what you see. Like I said, I'm going to get Abigail some pretty lingerie and maybe some pillowcases for her wedding gifts. So be sure to check that out. Use my code for some savings, and I hope you enjoyed today's video. Give me a thumbs up if you did, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel before you head on your way. Thank you, and have a great day.